Next Mughal emperor is Shah Jahan. Jahangir died in 1627 CE. So, in the year 1627 CE, Jahangir died. After his death, there was a fight for power between Noor Jahan and Shah Jahan. So, after the death of the Jahangir, there was a fight between his son and his wife, that is between the Noor Jahan and Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was the third son of Jahangir. Finally, Shah Jahan became the emperor in 1628 CE. So, Shah Jahan was the third son of Jahangir, and finally, in the year 1628 CE, he became the emperor of Mughal Empire. During his reign, Bijapur and Golconda in the Deccan were brought up under the Mughal rule. So, during the reign of Shah Jahan, Bijapur and Golconda, which is present in Deccan, that is the southern part of India, were brought under the Mughal rule. Shah Jahan's reign is well known for cultural achievements, and these have become a part of our heritage. So, Shah Jahan's reign is considered as the cultural achievement, and it plays an important role in order to enhance or give more importance to our Indian heritage. Monuments such as Taj Mahal, Jama Masjid in Delhi, Diwan-e-Am and Moti Masjid at the Agra fort were built. So these are the different types of monuments which were built during the Shah Jahan period. He also shifted the capital from Agra to Delhi. So he was the person who shifted the capital from Agra to Delhi. He built a new city in Delhi called Shahjahanabad, now known as Old Delhi. So he even made a new city in the Delhi which was known as the Shahjahanabad, and now at present it is known as Old Delhi. The Red Fort was built within this city. So even the Red Fort was made by the Shah Jahan, especially in the Shahjahanabad area. Shah Jahan's reign is known as the golden age of Mughal Empire. So it is believed that Shah Jahan's period is considered as the golden age of Mughal Empire, as different types of monuments, different types of achievements were taken place during the Shah Jahan's period. Aurangzeb and the decline of the Mughal Empire. So let us discuss what was the main reason, why did the Mughal Empire decline, and what was the main reason. Aurangzeb was Shah Jahan's third son and the last of the great Mughal emperor. So Aurangzeb was the third son of the Shah Jahan, and he is considered as the last great Mughal emperor. He killed his brother, imprisoned his father in the Agra fort, and crowned himself the emperor in 1658 CE. So it is believed that he killed his brothers, and even he imprisoned his father, that is Shah Jahan, in the Agra fort, so that he can crown himself as the emperor of Mughal Empire in the year 1658 CE. He ruled for almost 50 years. During his reign, the Mughal Empire had the largest area under its rule. So he ruled for 50 years, and it is believed that during his reign, the Mughal Empire areas were you can say the largest area so far were covered during the Aurangzeb period. Aurangzeb fought many wars with Sikh, Marathas, and Rajput. He discontinued some policies which were followed by the previous Mughal ruler. So he had fought with the different types of others, you can say kingdoms, especially the Sikh, Marathas, and Rajput, and he discontinued some of the policies which were followed by the previous Mughal rulers. This is a statue of Shivaji. Shivaji was the leader of the Marathas. Last topic of the chapter is that how the Mughal Empire was declined. There are many reasons which weakened the Mughal rule towards the end of the Aurangzeb reign. First reason is Aurangzeb's successors were weak and inefficient. So it is believed that after the Aurangzeb, the successors of the Aurangzeb were very weak and they were not able to handle the empire. So this is the one reason why the Mughal Empire came to an end. The governors of many regions took advantage of the weak Mughal rule and revolted. So it is believed that the governors of many regions which were under the Mughal Empire, they took the advantage as the Mughal successors were very weak, and that's why they revolted against the Mughal ruler, and finally the Mughal rule came to an end. And the last you can say the reason is the arrival of many European trading companies in the Indian subcontinent, and their growing powers also caused the decline of the Mughal Empire. So it is believed that as the arrival of the many European trading companies, especially in the Indian subcontinent, and their powers were growing at a very you can say at a very high rate, due to which the Mughal Empire came to an end. So these are the different types of reasons, the three reasons why the Mughal Empire came to an end in Indian subcontinent. And with this, we end the chapter.